Hello and welcome to my multimedia discussion with 3 for MPA 510. This week I will discuss about 3 articles from Luther Gulick, Robert Merton, Paul Appleby. Like last week, I will point out what I found interesting about each article, give a real life example, and to see if this theory still works today. Okay, now let's talk about Luther Gulick and Robert Merton. I will talk about both of them on the same slide because I think my real life example seem to fit with both of these theories right here. Now, Merton he tried to say that the structure of the bureaucracy will change the way that people think or behave, and people tend to adjust themselves to adapt to the life within the bureaucracy. So now on page 100, you're gonna see that face right there. And also when people adapt to the structure of the bureaucracy, they will refuse to change. Okay, so for my example, so for the first 2 years working as a social worker for the in-home supportive services, we had this manager. So we heard that when she first came to the program about like 10 years ago, she did a very good job of like creating policies, structure for the social worker to process cases. But again, time changed, and then we change the system, we change the state, change the way that they want the county to process cases. But this manager right here refused to adapt, refused to listen to what the people have to say, and refused to make changes. So as the result, even though we work very hard, but we not always met the requirement from the state, and sometimes we have to be put on the improvement list. Now jump to Mr. Gulick when he talked about coordination. Now right here on page 81, you're gonna see that sentence right there. But here he kind of remind me about Goodnow when Goodnow mentioned that like the politics and the administration have to find harmony to work together. And also like Follett mentioned that the managers they should listen to the employee. Now, when we have a new managers, this new managers really like listen to us. She told us now, just just tell me what is your suggestion. And after we told her about our suggestion, opinions, and the way that we can improve the program, she did listen to it. She she really put those suggestions into practice, and it benefit the whole program, the managers, the supervisor, the social worker, and even the accountant or the clerks. So uh, to answer the question whether or not these two theories still work until today, uh, my answer is yes, it does, and it totally can make a big difference. So the last article for this week is "The Government is Different" by Paul Appleby. And what I found interesting about this article is on page 120. Mr. Appleby basically say that government what make the government different is they put studies into action. They act. The government acts. So I found it is very true. Now for real life example, take the COVID-19 pandemic. So the social services agency recognized that our clients will have difficult time dealing with the pandemic. So what we did was we make outreach phone calls to inform those clients, especially the parents of minors, about our CalFresh and CalWork programs. So the CalFresh program can help with food stamp if they experience like lack of food. CalWorks can help with temporary welfare check, housing, mental health services. So basically we act based on what we learned about the pandemic, and that help to assure our clients that the government still there to provide services for them. And whether or not this theory still works today, and the answer is yes, it does. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.